and I'm so glad to be here. Thank you so much, Denise, for inviting me to participate in this printable party. A party is always fun, and a printable party is even more fun because we get to play with beautiful, beautiful prints. Guys, I know that we're wrapping up the printable party here. I'm like the last presenter before Denise takes it and, winds us down from this party. But guys, I am just so humbled and honored to be a part of this amazing group of presenters. It's just absolutely amazing. Hey, Robin. Hey, Linda and Marilyn, Andrea. Thank you so much for being here. Now, this is for my viewers who may not have, you may just be catching me now. You're like, hey, Tracy's on, so let me go ahead and see what she's talking about. I am presenting a beautiful print for the crafty DIYer. And so I wanted to share this with my community. And so it's a rare occasion that I am live. I usually do my videos, just record them on YouTube. That is where I am most. You'll find me most, but I am getting a little bit more active here on Facebook. All of those, hey Denise, all of these platforms, all of these different social medias, you just have to learn to roll with the flow. You have to learn to roll with the flow. The algorithms are always, it's funny when new people come and they, they think that this is successful one way. It's like, wait, it's going to change. Just like the Texas weather. I am in Texas in a little town called Brenham. We're known for Bluebell ice cream. If anybody is familiar with Bluebell ice cream, put an ice cream in the comments or give me your favorite emoji or give me a heart or something like that. Anyway, I'm about 75 miles from Houston and 90 miles from Austin. And then also about 45 miles from Bryan College Station, which is home of Texas A&M. So I'm kind of like in the triangle. That's what I always say. It always fascinates me to see where everybody is from. I know Denise is in Canada and she's in Eastern time, so that kind of messed us crafters up a little bit. All right. Hello, everyone. Okay, so what we're doing is we are all showcasing a beautiful print for the crafty DIYer, which is Miss Denise, and we are highlighting her Cottage Rose membership. And so what she's done is a couple times a year, she brings a group of creators together and she offers us a print that we can design with. And so I have seen some amazing creations done by, I am just in awe of the talent that we have in our DIY community. It just warms my heart. And I humbly say that because I've been crafting for a long time, but yet I am not too old. I am not too experienced to learn new things. And I did learn something from Victoria, from old to ooh la la crafts, I think. Pardon me if I got that wrong, but about putting glue in the silicone IOD molds. And so I'm like, oh my gosh, I never thought about that. Anyway, so that's what I did on one of the projects that I'll show you. But first, I wanted to welcome you all here. Hello, Linda, Patricia, Mama. Oh, Mimi Decor. Okay, I'm sorry. And I'm sorry if I have a little Texas twang. When I first started crafting, I would get comments on my Texas accent, anyway. So I'm so glad that you are all here, and we are highlighting Miss Denise's Cottage Rose membership, so we'll get some of that out of the way. She does have 2 tiers of membership, and also like today through the what we're presenting, she does, if you sign up through Sunday, which is the 6th, you get a bonus. And this is, let me show you, since I mentioned the bonus, this is the bonus. Look at this beautiful, this is the bonus if you do sign up for the membership. It's absolutely gorgeous. has tags and all kind of different things. I didn't print them out individually. I just printed out this one sheet. Just absolutely gorgeous. And so a lot of the creators here, you know, I'm kind of wrapping up the caboose here. The train's coming to the end. You've seen lots of different creators create with the same thing. And so today seems to be the morning song collection. And so guys, this is what I'm going to be using today. And I am just absolutely in love with these little birds. I heard Stephanie from the Vintage Pebble call it a robin. I am not good with bird names with the exception of a red cardinal. That's the only one I know. I know it's sad to say, but Denise, please confirm, is this a robin? I absolutely love this little robin. Hello everyone. Hey Susie. Hey Patty. Hey Kathy. Kathy is asking, is there a list of presenter? Yes, actually, Miss Kathy, on our page, there is a list of presenters that you can go back and watch. Actually, I'm second to the last presenter. Miss Denise, who is the crafty DIYer, is wrapping it up next after I'm finished with my craft. But yes, all of our videos will be on our page for at least 30 days because that's when, you know, they'll be deleted. But I put all of my stuff on YouTube, and so I will have it over there as well. So hello to my YouTube community because that is where I am most active. All right. Orchid Lime Design. Hello. It says it looks like an Eastern bluebird. Okay. Let me see if Miss Denise said. Anyway, so that's what I'm designing with, is this beautiful bluebird. I'm calling it a bluebird, and I have a funny story that I want to share because I don't know bird names that much. I just say, oh, that's a pretty blah 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 bird, and my husband's like, that's a blah, you know, he'll tell me what the name is, but he's not here, he is at work. Anyway, so this beautiful morning song collection is just, don't worry, when we get to crafting, I'm going to bend you down to the so that you can see my table. That is not a problem. Since I do put all of my stuff or do my videos for YouTube, I do like to do it in landscape mode, so that's why you'll see that. And also, guys, this is part of the morning song collection. It is a beautiful pocket. Denise, she started us off this morning right on her page, and she showed this, so that's why I didn't do it, because she showed exactly how to cut it out, fold it, and so that you can see the roses as well as the bird. Just absolutely adorable, guys. Absolutely adorable. Also, before I get off of here, I will pick 4 names that will go into a drawing. I'll jot them down. I'll send them over to Denise so that you can have a chance to win 3-month membership for her Cottage Rose Printable membership club. It's just absolutely adorable. Every single thing that I will be honest, I wasn't as familiar with Denise's prints as I have been over the last 2 weeks as I was preparing for this event. But gosh, my goodness, I mean, it's just absolutely amazing. She is just so professional, but yet she's so real and down to earth, and that's what I love so much. Patty asked, can you sell your products on YouTube? Well, I mean, I don't understand what you mean by that. I craft just for fun, just to inspire others. Now, some of the crafts that I do create, my sister owns a furniture store / gift shop here in my hometown. So like I make wreaths for her and my door hangers and stuff like that. So then I sell them there. But as far as like selling your stuff off of YouTube, I mean, I guess, I guess there's a lot of, YouTube is huge. All right. Okay. So welcome to anyone who is new. I just saw someone that says the first time watching. Hello, Liz. Thank you so much. My name is Tracy. My crafting page is Country Charm by Tracy. So I'm so glad that you're here. All right. So we are highlighting the Cottage Rose membership. There are 2 tiers. It's a print only, $15 a month. And then also there is a $27, which is a VIP, which you get a little bit more as far as like more community, more interaction and stuff like that. But if you're just like, I'm good, all I need is the prints, then she has a $15 a month option. And then she also has courses where she teaches you how to do those beautiful things that we've seen, the little pockets and the little junk journals and so I could just go on. And I'm like a kid in a candy store. Kid in a candy store. Hello everyone. Hello first time watchers. I promise I'll go back later and welcome everyone and all of that kind of thing. Okay. So this is what I decided to do is for my craft today to show you what I'm going to do. Okay. I absolutely love the bluebird and that's why I chose it. I lost my dad back in November of 2023 and he loved sitting outside, especially in the morning. And he always said that, you know, nature was God's country. And so he would just love the birds. And I just know that when I hear the birds singing, I never appreciated the birds singing until I lost my dad, you know, and it's just so heartfelt to me when I hear the birds chirping and singing in the I have a new appreciation. And so that is why I chose the morning song. And so you get a couple of different oops, that's the wrong one. You get a couple of different options that you can print on. Now this I just printed on regular Xerox paper. Denise and some of the other ones, if you didn't get a chance to watch everybody in the circle, please do, because everybody gives their own opinions and own ideas and their own you know, recommendations of printers and stuff like that. I just have a HP Envy 5643. I don't even think they make that anymore. It's an inkjet printer, but it fits me well. But Denise has a great idea of what to use for a printer and also how you can save on ink, because I did have to go buy some ink and it was like I get the 2-pack, the color and the black all in one. It was like $80 with tax. Anyway, so go back and watch all of that. And then also there are in this morning song collection that in addition to that pocket, then you have this one. If we have some time, I'm going to go ahead and show you something that I've done with that one. And I just printed it on regular paper, but I did want to show you that I did print on some rice paper. I did get rice paper off of Amazon. And so that's just on the rice paper. And my printer, sometimes it prints fine. It prints it the way it should, and sometimes it grabs it wrong. But anyway, I don't sweat it. I try not to sweat it too much. And then this is another part. It has all these old love letters and stuff like that. And if you go back and watch Denise's video, she shares how, like, all these ideas of where she gathers all this stuff and how she turns them into printable. It just blows my mind. My creative brain just doesn't work that well. Hey Brenda, hey Denise, hey Tammy, first time watching. Thank you so much. Stephanie says she has a male cardinal that sleeps on the top of her front porch post every night. Oh my goodness, how special is that? Oh wow. Okay, so guys, this is what I did for this printable, and I'll tell you why I did what I did. Is I went ahead and I did this like this. I mirrored it just in my, I have a Mac, and so on my pages or my Word document, I just inserted 2 of them, and then I just made this scripture right here. We are all precious in his sight, and it's Isaiah 43 verse 4. And so I had just made that in Canva, and then I just saved it as a PNG and with a transparent background. I brought it into my Word document, and so then I printed everything to get, I'm sorry, my fan is blowing this. I just printed everything on just one piece of paper, just like that. And so, hello, first time watching. Hello, Janice. Hello, Cindy. Thank you so much for being here, guys. All right, so this I printed on rice paper, and it printed beautifully. But for my example, I had done one already because I wasn't sure how much time I was going to have, because sometimes it can get away from me. This I just printed on white, just Xerox paper, and it printed great. And this is what I used on my example, and so I think I might just use that one. Anyway, so hello everyone, and thanks so much for coming on and watching. Spending a little bit of your Friday afternoon with us today. Hello, Sherry. Lisa says she has a pair of mourning doves that stay at their house. Oh my goodness. Wow. Why am I putting that back in there? You know, I call myself trying to be organized. And then sometimes you can be, you know, like, okay, just let it go. All right. Okay, so this is what I came up with, this right here. Now, I know Rita from Picked and Polished done a, yesterday she did a, yes, I think it was yesterday. I think so. Because I went back and watched a lot yesterday, and then I watched what I could today. Anyway, she did an Amazon bag pocket, and I'm like, oh, that's what I was going to do. But it's okay because everybody's different. So I just want to kind of give you some of the tips that I have, okay? This is what we're going to be doing for our project. So I'm going to bend you down so that we can get started on that. Again, keep commenting, guys, because I will be picking 4 winners at the end of, and I will send those names over to Denise, because you can be entered in a chance to win 3-month membership for her Cottage Rose membership collection. All right, so okay. So I call myself, you know, trying to get everything out of the way, but you know how that is. Okay, thank you so much. Keep commenting, guys, because like I said, I will be picking someone at the end. All right. So this is what we're going to be doing, and this is a brown Amazon package, and I had started this one. This one I finished because I wasn't sure how long it would take me to, like, for all of this to dry and all of that kind of thing. I do love to do the distressing. I love rustic. I love country. I love all of that good stuff. And so this is the coffee grunge with Mod Podge method that my friend Jen from Mother Time also did yesterday, and so that's why we get along so well. Also, Summer with Hammond's Nest does so much. Everybody has their own way of grunging and that kind of thing. Also, Stephanie from the Vintage Pebble has a different way of distressing and grunging and creating the rusty technique. And so that is what is so great about watching different crafters, even if we're kind of doing the same thing. All right, guys, this is just a brown Amazon envelope. And so I am going to be showing you how I, you know, covered this with just different paint and all of that kind of thing. And so what I have here, the reason that I have all these colors is because this is what it looked like to begin with. And what I found, you know, like it comes with the sticker, like the mailing sticker on it. And so I just take my heat gun and I carefully heat it up so that it comes off. Now, one of my envelopes did tear a little bit, but it just adds to the beauty of it, and it's really okay. Now, what I did here is kind of what my finished part. You know, it has all that black with the arrows and all of the lettering and stuff. I just took a Dixie Belle Boss. This is Slick Stick. They've renamed it. And I just used the white. That's what this is. And so I just gave it a coat of that to kind of cover up some of that, those black lines and all of that stuff like that. And then I'm going to be doing the rusty grungy method because I want my print to be very distressed. So I went and let's see what I used. Oh, this one, pine cone. Yes, pine cone is what I used next. And so this is that boss. That's how it covers. And then I use the pine cone. I'm going to go ahead and finish that up. Thanks so much for watching today and spending your Friday afternoon with me. I do appreciate it. Someone is saying, happy birthday to your granddaughter. Happy birthday to your granddaughter. That's awesome. So I had said that I am not the best with knowing what birds are what their names are, and because we just have 1,000,001 birds in God's creation, just absolutely amazing, you know, just absolutely amazing. Yes, Lisa says that she usually turns her Amazon bags up inside out. Absolutely. I like the way that the way that it's glued, and so I just choose to cover it up. So that's the beauty in crafting. We just have all these different ideas and all of that good stuff. So I just cover up with Boss Bond, which is Slick Stick, and then I gave it a coat of Pine Cone Dixie Belle paint. Katrina said that there were a lot of presenters that were left-handed. I know, isn't that awesome? My oldest son is left-handed, and my grandson is. So I am partial to left-handed, but also now I'm right-handed. And so, you know, Facebook does not let us mirror our, like, flip our cameras anymore. And so it may appear that a lot of crafters are left-handed, but I'm right-handed. So I'm not sure. Anyway, so that doesn't take long at all to dry up. All right. And then I take drop cloth. These are my favorite paints right now. I've been a painter for quite a while, so I'm just messy painting this. I'm not doing it real thick because I want it to dry, because I want to finish my project with you guys. Yeah, guys, if you want more information on the Cottage Rose prints that I'm using today, she does have it listed in the comments, and there is a link that you can just click on, and it'll take you over there to Miss Denise's page. She has an awesome, very, very user-friendly website, and it will... yes, Miss Sherry, these are all Dixie Belle paints. I love, love, love Dixie Belle paint, and have been using it most recently on most of my projects. I still do like the Waverly chalk paint, and then I do use the acrylic paint, like the little 2 ounces and stuff. Americana is my favorite as far as like the little acrylic paint. Hello, my friend Tina, beautiful Tina. Yes, girl, you got to get some, you got to get you some Dixie Belle paint. I just love it. I love the coverage, and I just love all of that. And I love these, it's Boss Bond, but it used to be called Slick Stick. They have it in white, clear, and gray, I think. But it, you know, I think it first started out as more like for furniture. Correct me if I'm wrong, someone, because I am not an expert. I am not an expert. Okay. So I have this done, and I mean, I'm going to be covering it, so I'm okay if it is not completely covered, because that just adds to the beauty of it. Again, I am using the beautiful blue, the Bluebird. Let me get the one. The beautiful Bluebird from the Cottage Rose membership. This is the Morning Song collection. And then also, guys, if you, you know, check the comments. If some of the things that I'm telling you is, or if I'm not giving you enough information, I am going, you know, Denise and then some of the other ladies are here. They can give you a little bit more information, or correct me if I'm wrong, because I am not going to say that I am right all the time. All right, guys. So I see the Vintage Pebble here. Thank you so much, Stephanie, for joining us today. Hey, girl. Anyway, your projects were absolutely amazing. So this is the print that I'm using. And I just printed it on, I printed it both on rice paper, and then I also printed it on just regular, just Xerox paper. And so what I'm doing here is I am just ripping to the side, or the sides of it, because I'm just taking off this white stuff. And a lot of my fellow creators did that as well. I just have very good luck by just guiding my finger like this. One presenter I saw, let me see. I think it was Jennifer with Canvas Signs and Designs. She had some kind of tool that Sweet Summer from Hammond's Nest had, she had saw her use, that is a paper ripper. So there are just so many different opportunities and tools that we have. I know Katrina says, I don't know how you all can craft, talk, and read comments and respond to questions. Very impressive. You're right, girl. So it's okay that we don't all get to do that. I'm doing pretty good today. So see right here, I got off a little, so I'm going to go ahead and try to get some more of that off. And if I go into the print, that's okay, because it is just adds to the beauty of it. So this is what I am left with. Okay, so this right here, I'm using the Bluebird, and what I did is I brought it into, for those of you that are just popping on, I brought it into my Word document that I have on my computer, and I just flipped it so that I would have the two birds on there, and I just designed this. We are all precious in his sight, Isaiah 43 verse 4. I just designed that in Canva, and then I just saved it as a PNG transparent with background, and then I just brought it into there, and that is what I'm going to be using with that. So then now I'm just going to take my vintage photo distress ink, and those of you that have been with me for a long time know this is my favorite color. So I'm just going to ink up the edges. We're going to be making a pocket is what we're going to be making. And I know Rita with Picked and Polish made a pocket yesterday, but hers was bunny bait. And so it's just so interesting to see all of the different ideas that we have. Thanks, Sherry. I love this scripture as well, because I just feel that we are all precious in his sight. No matter what we do, where, all of that kind of stuff, we're all precious in his sight. Okay. All right, so see, this is already dry, so we're good to go. So I'm going to go ahead and get my Mod Podge. Now, I know a lot of what's the color? Oh, the ink is a Vintage Photo. Vintage Photo Distress Ink. I'm sorry if I miss your comment. Please say it again, and I will be happy to let you know. I'm an open book. I try to be. So I like a little bit more, I like a little bit more glossy for my, I was looking for my foam brush, but I can't find it at the moment. So we'll just use this one. Vintage Photo Distress Ink just really has that color that a lot of us crafters, a lot of us creators like. So I just put some Mod Podge on there and smooth that out a little bit. Now, since this is ink, since I'm going back over it with Mod Podge, it will smear a little bit, so I'm just kind of dabbing it on. And it's okay if it does get a little bit more brown on there. Thank y'all so much for joining us today. These parties are so fun. Again, it's been a while since I have been live crafting. I don't know. FB just really has its own way of just really irritating a lot of crafters, and so I just kind of stick with YouTube, and so that's where you'll find me the most, on YouTube, because that is just where I started, and that's just really what I like. Okay, so then I'm going to let that dry just a tad, because then what I want to do is kind of oh, I was like, where's my, I'm hiding stuff from myself. Do you do that? I'm like, I have my heat tool hanging on the side of my little cart here, and I had just set it down on my table. I'm like, where is it at? Sherry, if you're asking me, yes, Tim Holtz has lots of different colors of inks. And I have tried, I don't know if you're asking me if I've tried different colors. Yes, I have. But let me tell you, Vintage Photo is just my favorite. Yes, Robin, FB irritates. Oh, it irritates more than craft. I know it's so frustrating for viewers because you can't find you can't find your favorite crafters. You can't, because a lot of craft creators want to interact. We want to say hello. We want to answer your questions. And so a lot of creators that I see, they get frustrated because you can't see the comments. You can't see the comments. Okay, so I've dried that up the best that I want. And so then I like to just kind of add a little bit of distressing, and then also just around here. One of my sayings is the beauty is in the details. And my thing is, if it's not something that you like for your particular project, then don't do it. I say that humbly, and I say that with all due respect. If I do something that you don't particularly care for, then, just don't do it for your particular project. But I love depth and definition. I love to hand paint, but since we are doing this, we are highlighting these cottage rose prints. I wanted to showcase this because this is turning out so pretty, guys. I love it so much. Just like this. This is just an Amazon bag. I just painted it just with some Boss Bond, which is like slick stick. It's just kind of like a primer and a kind of coverage. And then I did a layer of pine cone. I'm sorry you can't see the word because I got paint on. I'm very messy. That's why I have an apron on. And I guess I need to readjust it because it's going to the side. And then I gave it a coat, just kind of dry brushed over it with some drop cloth. Okay, so we're doing really good on time. All right, so then next, I love Stickles. Here, okay, so for yesterday, I didn't get to see every person that presented. I had planned to, but then my mom had had an appointment, so she asked me to go with her, and so I did. And so I missed a few of the presenters yesterday, and so I went back and watched what I could last night, but I still need to go back and catch up. So I don't know. I didn't see anyone use Stickles, but that doesn't mean that they didn't. I'm using Icicle Stickles, and what this is just glitter glue. Glitter glue. Probably if you are a paper crafter, you are very familiar with Stickles, but this is just glitter glue. Oh, and I wanted to, for those of you that are new to Stickles, it is glitter glue and it will clog up on you. I just get a little toothpick, stick it in there in the nozzle. And so what I do is it just kind of highlights what I'm working on. I don't get too precise with it. I just kind of do a little swirling, just kind of give it, again, as I say, the beauty is in the details. It does take a little bit of time to dry because it is glue. And so if it comes out a little too heavy, I just smooth it with my nozzle. And you know what? I should have put my coffee grunge on first before I did that. Oh, Tracy. That's all right. We'll work around it because we're crafty and we can do it. Okay, Miss Patty said she's watched everyone and no one used Stickles. Okay, now this is Icicle Stickles. They come in a variety of colors. Variety of colors. I'm pulling out my Stickle collection. This is my Stickle collection. You can get, like, Stickles is like the brand name, but you can get some glitter glue. Like this is, I think, one from Michaels. And I'm not sure if this one's from Michaels or Walmart. Like their craft stores will sell other like glitter glue and stuff like that. But I love the Stickles. And then also... so anyway, here's my collection of Stickles. Icicle is my favorite because it just, I don't know, I just like the way that it looks. It just really, really enhances, it brings out my print. I'm just grabbing, like Hobby Lobby has this, which is glitter glue, just different glitter glues. This is just actual, in addition, it just enhances your whatever you're doing. I just love it so much. I just love using my Stickles just to enhance my projects. Okay, so I'm putting some gloves on because I'm about to get messy with my grungy stuff. Hello, everyone. So, Miss Sherry, you never heard of Stickles? Stickles has been around for a long time. I'm old, and so I started out, when I first started my YouTube channel, I started out with my Cricut Expression. That's when they had the cartridges and stuff, so I'm showing my age. And so I did cards and stuff like that. And yeah, Stickles has been around for a long time. So I'm glad that I was able to share something new. Maybe that you can try. Now, I do have it listed in my Amazon storefront. Sometimes you can find them in the store, but recently haven't been able to find those. So guys, this is what I'm going to use for my grunge. And I use Mod Podge and I use instant coffee, the instant coffee, and then also use cinnamon. And so this is just what I keep in my craft room. And so instant coffee is your best friend. So I'm going to have to be careful not to get in my Stickles because I was so excited to use that and forgot to put my little coffee grunge on. So I have just some gloves on that I just picked up from my local grocery store. You can get them, plastic gloves, anywhere. So this is just my method of doing the little grunge. And if this is not your style, then please don't do it. I just love it. It just makes my craft room smell divine. And so each one that I do is a little bit different. So I just want to kind of show you this. Hello, Dina. I know that you, yeah, I know. Dina says to store those Stickles upside down. You're right. I should, and I know better, but, you know, sometimes I'm, you know, a rebel and just don't. And sometimes I'll put them upside down and I'm like, why did I put it upside down? Anyway, so then now I'm just putting in some, or putting on some coffee. I mean, not coffee. I did coffee. This is just cinnamon. And so there's so many different ways that you can add a rusty technique to your projects. If this is not something that you like, then definitely don't do it. But I think that it just adds just that little extra something, and it just dries beautifully. Oops, I was about to stick my brush in my coffee. I'm not paying attention. Goodness gracious. Guys, if you have not seen all of the presenters and everything that they did, is just absolutely worthwhile the weekend to go back and look at all of the presenters, because even though we all kind of were using the Cottage Rose printables by the Crafty DIYer, we all put our own spin on it. We all have our own way of just making things beautiful, and just absolutely, anyway. So that's just kind of where we're at the moment, and it's going to dry a little bit darker. This is just a little bit glossy now. So we're going to put that to the side. And I know it does. It smells so good. That's right. It does. It smells so good. So good. And I just keep those items in my craft room. And, you know, I've done quite a few different projects. Again, like I said, I am most active on YouTube and have quite a few videos over there. And so I get questions all the time. Can you use coffee grounds? I mean, I guess, but I would just pick up a bottle of instant coffee. I mean, I've had this for a long time and it just lasts. And so stuff like that, people just don't know. So Katrina says everyone has been so creative with the printables. Anyway, so this is where we're at the moment. And again, it's going to dry a little bit different, but I already have one done because I want to show you what we're going to do. And don't forget that before I finish today, I'm going to pick 4 names that are going to be in the drawing for a 3-month subscription to Denise's Cottage Rose printables. How awesome is that? So this is the finished one. It's already dry. Again, I just used an Amazon package, and coffee grunge this I did. See, I got a little bit darker here. I like that, the different, a little darkness here and that kind of thing. And so then the Stickles are all dry. And so then you can kind of see it just really enhances these beautiful already printables, but I just like to kick it up a notch. And if you saw on my page, I did a bunny from Essential Stencil. I don't have it with me. It's downstairs on my mantle. Otherwise I would show you, but I had done a bunny, and it is just turned out so cute. I just used Stickles and just enhanced it, and I thought it looked really pretty. Okay, so this is what we're going to do, guys. All right, we're going to make an arrangement. So let me just show you this right here. This is a project that I did from Valentine's Day. Now this is from Valentine's Day, and so I hadn't taken it to my building yet, but this is one of those packages from Amazon that I just, you know, did the same thing what I did here today, and I made the love letters. This is kind of how I do my lettering. I like happy dots and doodles and squiggles and all of that stuff. And so anyway, I had just done, this is what you can do with your packages. I know I've seen a lot of people say, I always keep all of my packages and that kind of thing. Anyway, I do have this tutorial on my YouTube channel under my Vintage Valentine collection. So it's just a little shelf sitter that doesn't want to sit right now. It wants to flop over. Anyway, so it's just kind of like a love letter thing. Anyway, so that's kind of was my inspiration for today, is I was going to make this a little shelf sitter, but once I got this bag out, it's a little bit different than the Valentine one. So I'm going to make this as a hanger. Hello, my beautiful friend Jessica. Okay, so what we're going to do here is we're going to add some styrofoam. And I just get these blocks of styrofoam off of Amazon. And I think it's like for wet flowers, but I don't care. I just use what I like. Anyway, so I'm going to stick this in here because I want my flowers to have something to stick into. Okay, that worked out great. I just stuck it just like that. Well, I guess you could make it a little sitter. Just giving you different ideas, guys. Really giving you different ideas. But in my mind, I'm going to make it a hanger. Okay? All right. Okay, so this is the florals that I pulled out because I thought that they would complement this beautiful pocket. Now let me tell you where I got these florals from. These are from Michael's. These beautiful, I think they're called mini ranunculus. I didn't have many little pink roses, but this is the closest that I had. I thought they were beautiful. And then this right here, I got at Walmart, this blue. So I pulled some of this out because I thought that that would be a great little accent. So then I had some of these peonies that I got from Amazon. But I was like, nope. When I saw these, I'm like, nope, I'm going to use those. And then these, guys, have you seen these at Dollar Tree recently? They have this muted greenery with the white little flowers. I think that they're just gorgeous. And then I have some of this faux Sweet Annie that I get at craftoutlet.com. Craftoutlet.com is where I get this faux Sweet Annie. I also recently, this past week, the other day, I was in Walmart and I saw some greenery. I posted the picture on my page and then also in the different groups of the faux, like Sweet Annie looking stuff that Walmart has. So check that out. Go on my page and find out if that's something that your Walmart has. And so I appreciate all of the friends that share different things with me. And I'm like, oh my goodness, I did not know that. And so anyway, okay. So we're going to make a hanger just these beautiful little bluebirds. And so just going to stick some of these in here. Should have took this tag off. Hello, Jessica. Hope you're doing well from your surgery. I'm so sorry. Thanks, Denise. Denise says it's so pretty. She always saves the Amazon bags. That's right. I pulled out 2 of the bushes because I wasn't sure how many I was going to need. And don't forget, we're going to be drawing 4 names at the end of the segment so that I can send those names over there to Denise. This is just Excelsior. This is my heart right here, guys. I love Excelsior. I get mine from Hobby Lobby. Hobby Lobby. So I love the wispiness of it. I'm very whimsical. I'm very rustic, very country with my designs. So I just kind of put that in there. And then we're going to add, let me get some of this stuff out of the way. I'm just going to cut these and stick these in my little pocket. I need to add a, I'm just going to add a rope hanger here, but it's in my other room and I don't want to get up and go get it. So I will take pictures and post pictures on my page and all of that good stuff. Now, I do wreaths and I'm not an expert by no means. And I like to do some floral designs and stuff like that. And so it's very interesting when people will ask me different things of how do you do it. So I just start adding in and try to get a balance. And I like to use the styrofoam to help just stick stuff in. And it's not too much weight. So I want a little bit, my flowers to be a little bit higher in the back. And then a little bit lower in the front. Again, these little mini ranunculus came from Michael's. Just make a little door hanger. We're just going to be hanging it up. So cute. And then these, I just absolutely love this greenery from the Dollar Tree now. Sometimes I take things apart. Sometimes I just like to stick them in and just kind of pull them apart just like that. I had just grabbed a few things. And then also these little ranunculus are from Walmart. And then I have some of these kind of off-white or ivory peonies from Amazon. So just kind of adding just different things. I had just pulled out, I wasn't sure what I was going to use, so I just kind of pulled out different ones. And it's all about just building. Oh, I need to add a little bit more of that greenery from Dollar Tree. Oh, here it is. I'm like, I know I brought 2 in here. It's hard. It's hard to work upside down. Usually, I do work overhead, but I usually have it facing me. So, and then I will make sure all of this is balanced when I take the picture. I may need to put a little bit more styrofoam on there. This is how this is looking so far, guys. And then I have some of this Faux Sweet Annie. Thank you so much for joining us today. I am going to be drawing 4 names for the chance to win a 3-month membership to Denise's Cottage Rose collection. It is hit and miss with the Dollar Tree. You are so right, girl. I have learned if I see something, I'm like, yeah, you know, I'm not going to just get it next time because it may not be there. It may not be there. I hope that y'all are enjoying this. I was using my coffee jar as a little holder. Everyone has just done an amazing job. If you have not watched everyone in the Printable party, I recommend that you do go back and watch everyone. There is links posted, or there is everyone that's in it. Everyone went live on their own page, so it's not a group or anything like that. Very simple. You just go to their page and find their video. If it's after 30 days, you know, Facebook has made the decision to delete our lives after 30 days. I do upload all of my stuff to YouTube, so you'll be able to watch mine there. I mean, I could just go on and on and on. I'm serious. Just go on and on and on. But I just think that this just adds just so much to the... I must have said something that sounded like Siri because she came on. I'm like, what are you doing? Please don't say I'm losing connection. All right, so this is what we have so far. So I'm going to add a rope hanger, and I like to use the 4-ply rope from Hobby Lobby, and so I usually just make just make a knot and then glue it here on the sides and make a hanger. Oh my goodness, I love this. And I wasn't sure about a bow. I might make something just a little simple, nothing over the top, because I don't want it to take away from this beautiful print, this absolute beautiful print. I don't know, I may put something there. I don't know. If you have a suggestion, let me know. I think it will be a great addition to my porch for spring. Yes. So anyway, just by adding just different flowers and just different greenery and the different colors and stuff, just really adds so much to the project. Oh my gosh, I'm just absolutely loving these cottage rose prints. This is the Morning Song Printable. Oh my gosh. I just absolutely love that so much. Anyway, I hope that it has been inspiring for some. And, you know, again, I will put a hanger on it because I don't have my rope in here, and I will take pictures and put it on my page. Also, I will include the, oops, you know, got Excelsior. Excelsior is a very messy. It's like Spanish moss. It gets everywhere. I will include the We Are Precious in his site. I'll send it to Denise if she wants to include it. But I do have a little PNG. It's just a little template. I'm not a template, transparent little wording. Anyway, so also what I want, whoops. This is what I was, if we had time, but you know, yeah, it'd take too long. Anyway, I had printed out this, and this is on rice paper. This is also in the Bluebird in the Morning Song collection. And I had, I'm taking off these rubber bands. Guys, this is the tip that I got from Victoria with Old to Ooh La La Crafts, I think. Anyway, she is an OID stockist, and so she says she does her molds with hot glue. Guys, genius, absolutely genius. So this is another, I had the OID. This is Trimmings 2. And so I did the mold in hot glue. Thank you, Victoria. So that's what I said. I'm not too old or never too experience to learn something new. So anyway, I'm going to Mod Podge that on this right here. So I have this that I was going to do if I had, you know, extra time, but that usually doesn't happen. So anyway, guys, I'm going to be picking the 4 names now. After me, go ahead over to Denise's page, which is the Crafty DIYer. She is going to wrap this printable party up. And I do want to thank you, Denise, for having me in this event, because I had a lot of fun watching everyone. I still have a couple of presenters that I need to go back and watch you know, give some love to and support to as well. So let me see. Barb says she has been using hot glue for several, game changer. That's right. Oh my goodness. Oh no, Darla says that. I'm sorry. Darla says she's been using hot glue for several years. It's a game changer. So if you have the IOD molds, I have, you know, because I had to have all the IOD molds, but then I'm like, yeah, I haven't used resin. And then I bought the clay and I tried it one time and I'm like, yeah, I wasn't really a fan. And so my thing, if it doesn't come easy, I'm not going to do it. I'm going to be honest with you. I am too old to be playing games. I don't play games. And so when I saw Victoria do that, I'm like, thank you, Victoria, for doing that. Okay, so let me pick my names. You are so welcome, Holly. Holly says, thanks for sharing your talent with us. Thank you for being here, guys. You can also find me here on Facebook if you're not, or YouTube rather. I'm on Instagram as well, but YouTube and Facebook is where I'm most active. So I do appreciate. This is also what I like to do. I had done this past week. My little Coke bottles, bunny. I was going to say Santa's. I found some of these Coke bottles at a yard sale. And so I flipped them into some little bunnies. And so you have to watch the video to see what the little ears are. Just so cute. Anyway, so thank you so much. I appreciate you being here. So let's see. All right. First name is Darla. W-E-N-D-E. Darla Wendy. All right. Let me get my paper so that I can write your name down. Darla. W-E-N-D-E. Okay. All right. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Second one is Rebecca. Last name D-U-F-R-E-N-E. Pardon me. I do not want to butcher anyone's name. D. Oh, there it is. D-U-F. Okay, and what I'm drawing the names for, guys, is a 3-month, your name goes in the drawing for a 3-month membership for Denise's Cottage Rose Prints. Okay, let me see. Another one. Okay. Darlene Bowers, B-O-W-E-R-S. Darlene. And these are all random, guys. All random. Okay, here we go. Cindy Dawkins. All right, Cindy Dawkins. All right, that's the 4 names. So I will send these 4 names over to Miss Denise, and that will give you a chance to be entered into the 3-month membership 3-month membership of the Cottage Rose Prints. Remember that Miss Denise does have different courses available, junk journaling. She also has 2 tiers of her memberships as far as printables only for $15 a month, and then a VIP for $27 a month, where you get a lot more. You get that community and all of that good stuff. And yeah, so good. So I have a couple of minutes. Miss Denise is going to be wrapping up this printable party Thank you so much. I have seen so many of my sweet, beautiful friends. Hey, Dina. Girl, your project was amazing. Guys, if y'all did not see Designs by Dina's project, and Stephanie with the vintage pebble, Summer with Hammond's Nest, Huckleberry Gems, I mean, just absolutely amazing, amazing. I am just humbled and honored to be part of these amazing, amazing, talented creators. Thank you so much. Head over to the Crafty DIYer and she'll wrap us up. Have a great day. Well, God bless you. We'll see you in the next video. Bye, guys.